Hello everyone, this is Mark Wagner, the Virtuoso Air Sabre Training Specialist, and I'd like to welcome you to today's webinar. Virtuoso Air is pleased to provide a self-ticketing initiative for our Air authorized member advisors and agencies in collaboration with a growing list of preferred airlines. This presentation highlights the ticketing details for the participating carrier Delta Airlines and the Delta Airlines joint venture carriers, along with the corresponding Sabre, Apollo, and Amadeus GDS qualifiers. The Delta and Delta joint venture partners include Delta, KLM Royal Dutch, Alitalia, Air France, Virgin Australia, Aeromexico, Virgin Atlantic, and Korean Airlines. For all the carriers except for Virgin Australia, the contract identification for the self-ticketing program is AC404. This needs to be in the tour code box as the first choice. And if that is not possible, then in the ticketing, you would include it in the ticket designator box as a secondary option. There is an endorsement box requirement that reads non-endorsable refund by Air France, Alitalia, Delta, Virgin, Aeromexico, and Korean to the issuing agency only. Sales support for any questions on the contract or commission calculations can be sent by email to possupport@delta.com. This desk is open from Monday to Friday from 8 to 5 Central Time. In the correspondence, you'd want to include the commission program, AC404, fare ladder and commission line calculation information, participating airline confirmation codes, the complete itinerary, your IATA or ARC number, and your local member agency phone number in case the Delta representative needs to contact you for any questions. Sales support is available to assist in the questions or commission calculation. Following the communication guidelines as outlined, it's best to ensure that all required details are in the email you provide to ensure the quickest and most efficient replies to your inquiries. Now, specifically for Delta and Virgin Australia, the ticket designator needs to be AC404. It is only as a ticket designator box, not in a tour code for this carrier. The endorsement box needs to include valid Virgin Australia only, non-endorsable refund through the issuing office. Non-endorsable refundable by Delta issuing agencies for Delta alone. Sales support is us.sales@virginaustralia.com. Their hours of operation are the same, Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 Central Time. Please include the same information in your correspondence, the commission program AC404, your fare ladder and calculation line details, the participating carrier confirmation codes, the complete itinerary, your IATA and ARC number, as well as your agency phone number. Delta and the Delta Joint Venture Program also have specific guidelines for waiver codes when required. In addition to the AC404, which goes into the ticket designator in the tour code as a second preference if the TD field is already used, then there are specific waiver codes that need to go in. These waiver codes have to appear on the ticket for canceled or fare increases, ticketing time limit with a 1-day extension, involuntary schedule change rebooking, and irregular operation rebooking. You'll notice that the ticket designators for those are listed as 5RWFI, 5AE7U, 5RASC, or 5AE6Z. The specific outline information that you see is also prevalent on a waiver document on virtuoso.com, and I'll share those details with you at the end of this webinar. Failure to provide these codes on the electronic ticket or placing them in the incorrect areas could potentially result in a debit memo. Virtuoso Air is not responsible for these debit memos on any self-ticketed itinerary using the Delta or joint venture carriers. Adding the regular information for a Sabre GDS booking, the tour code is added using the qualifier Cross-Lorraine U, along with the AC404. If you were adding it as a ticket designator, as the second line example would show, you would do the Cross-Lorraine Q /DP0 hyphen AC404. So as a tour code, the qualifier is a U. As a ticket designator in Sabre, it is the qualifier Q //DP0 dash. Commission information is added either as a percentage with KP and the percent, or the letter K and the commission amount. And then in all cases, the endorsement information is added with the ED /. And of course, each qualifier in Sabre is separated by a cross of Lorraine. Adding the Apollo GDS details, the tour code would be added in your ticketing line with the qualifier IT. The ticket designator is added as a GTD. Commission percentage uses the qualifier Z, and if it's an amount, it is Z or Z and the $sign. Endorsements are added with the GEB, separate words with a pillow, and an additional endorsement line, if required, can be added with a +EB. In Amadeus, the tour code is added with the qualifier FT, display, PAX, and then the tour code in question. Commission information is added as a percentage with the qualifier FM and the percentage, or FM dollar amount and the letter A at the end for a dollar value. Endorsements are added with the qualifier FE. And ticket designator, if you were using it instead of a tour code, would be added with the FXP /ZO-0. If you're using the graphical view of Amadeus, then the ticket designator and baggage is added per segment, as you see in the slide window. For more information about the self-ticketing program, please see the self-ticketing one-sheets and individual recorded webinars on Virtuoso.com under Advisor Tools, Information Pages, and then go to Virtuoso Air, Auto, and Insurance. There is a separate page dedicated to self-ticketing. It's on this page as well that you would see the business exceptions policies for the Delta and the Delta Joint Venture Managed Account waiver codes. In general, for the self-ticketing airline rollout webinars that highlight individual features of our preferred suppliers, their markets, and a little bit more about the contract self-ticketing, please see those recordings under the information pages of Virtuoso Air, Auto, and Insurance, and then go to Air Professional Development, and you'll see a link under live recorded webinars for those that are available. Virtuoso Air does want to thank you very much for your partnership, and we wish you the best of luck using the self-ticketing program for Delta and the Delta joint venture carriers.